Hi FlossTube, it's Carrie with FlossBossStitches, and I just wanted to do a quick before Christmas update. As you can see, Minnie is counting down the days till Christmas for me, and we have 8 days to go. So Santa Claus is going to bring me a bunch of stitchy stuff, and there'll be a big video for that. And I want to do some 2017 official plans, which I've never done before. I've just kind of picked up stitching heavily in the last 6 months. I mean, I've stitched over the years since I was a kid, but it would be like the Lizzie Kate month stamps, and then maybe nothing, then maybe a birth sampler or something. So finding this community, purchasing a Haid, getting into this haul situation, I think I want to try some sort of rotation, or at least like plan. And I'm toying with stitching from stash, maybe not officially, but really trying to. Because when I think of officially doing it, I think like, what if I really want to get something? I don't know the official rules of being able to tell yourself that you stitch from stash. Like if I just buy more stash but don't stitch it, I'm sure that probably doesn't count, because that's what we do with stash anyway, is buy more and never stitch it. So, or stitch it like a million years later. I'm gonna sort of try that though, because between what I have to show you today, what I've been showing you for a few months, and what I think I'm getting for Christmas, at least some things I know for sure, I have plenty to stitch. So I think I'm going to start with this piece of haul, which I don't know how I never showed this before, because I got it like at least 2 videos ago and realized I've never shown it. It's just I think it's Leisure Arts. No, yeah, it is Leisure Hearts for Hirschner's coaster book. I picked it up at Joann's one day. My mom loves some coasters, and I've told you that they got an RV. So I want to make little coasters for the RV. Now, I've mentioned again in many videos, I am a total cheapskate. So these coasters are so expensive. To me, $4 for the coaster, that's a lot, because look how many sets of coasters are in here. Now, I only would do 2, because at home, maybe she would need 4 or more, because we always pile into her house. But on the RV specifically, she wouldn't need that. Sydney, come. Puppy trouble. Gabriel, will you get Sydney? Yeah. Okay. Puppy likes to look out that window, and she's super happy when I open it for the videos, because she's like, yes, I can see everything. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to do 2. And also, like, these teacups or coffee cups, they look okay, but that's just not really my mom's style. I probably would never do those. Snowmen, yes, for sure. Patriotic, double sure. Gingerbread men and snowflakes could be okay, but then we're like kind of piling up on the Christmas or winter theme, because snowflakes and snowmen aren't necessarily Christmas, but that also would probably be more of their off season, because they're not going to go too exotic and like snowed in on the RV. But definitely, maybe even these fruits could be okay, although I have round coasters. But so I thought I'll buy a coaster. Did I bring one out? And be able to switch out. But then because the packaging, this is it. This is how it comes from Joann's. And Hirschner sells these, so I'm pretty sure they're all the same. But I thought you could interchange what's in there. I thought you could like take the back off and switch it. No, it seals on, so you have to, it's like once that coaster is stitched, that's it. So I don't know. I guess I'll pick some, because I want to give them to my dad for Christmas, and they're pretty small. Stitching just 2 of them by Christmas shouldn't be a big deal. Watch what I'm going to do is like give him this book and those coasters in the package and be like, it's coming. Which is what he would want, because he hates when we give him presents. He's such a turkey about that. So he'll be glad if I don't even stitch something, and definitely he'll be glad that it's just stitched coasters and not like something more pricey. So I don't know how I missed showing you coasters, but I have coasters, gift, mom and dad, plan. Also, I could probably make ornaments out of some of these, and just little motif stitches. Because those teacups, my mother-in-law enjoys tea and like has a little collection of different cups and stuff, so I'll use that up. So that was haul, and also I guess 2017 plans somewhat, like things for me to be thinking of because I really need to nail it down once I have everything at Christmas. So I did get the DMC magic guide, and I don't know how I'm going to start checking it twice, or like when, maybe just after Christmas, because I do still have some things that I'm hoping to finish up by the end of the month and send home with my mom when she goes home for she's coming here for Christmas, and when she goes home, I'll send some of these things with her for my niece and nephew. Because I did finish the Element of Surprise, and I sent it home with her just yesterday because she flew down for 4 days because I really wanted her to and needed her, and so she so rock solid. She came and then she flew back and is driving down with my dad in 4 more days. So I have the best parents ever. And I realize that. So fortunate, but I want to send some of these home with her. So I told you I wanted to do the Friends for my niece because I was doing Brooks books for my nephew, and I did the Element of Surprise for my brother. And I pulled the trigger. I went to Stitchline on Etsy and got this Friends. It's like half done. It's just very simple. I'll show the picture right after this, but this is all black, so it's a lot of fill. I mean, this is pretty big. Look how big this is compared to my hand. It's a lot of just solid fill blob color. So what I do is always outline it, similar to the way Jennifer Aniston's character's legs are here, and then I know I can just fill this all in black because it does get a little boring, but it is also nice with the baby around because if I just get the shell, I know I can fill it in, no counting, no checking the chart, and I could work on filling it in all day, just sort of if I get a few rows in, and, you know, walking around following them, have to put it down and play in the sand or whatever. So it really does not lack that much of being done because it is a very simple style, just basic shape style and not a lot of detail. So I'll be able to finish this before my mom leaves again, which would be like maybe the 27th or something. So that is the Friends from Stitchline on Etsy. I'll try to remember to link below, and I'll show the picture and how I like to start the outline and just fill in. Okay, so that's how I fill in those big blobs and how I can get some stitching done when baby is awake, because that's pretty hard. I definitely can't be checking charts and stuff, but if I see a color that just needs to be crossed back over or the empty space, I can do it, put it down, know where I was, and there's not a huge commitment of being able to sit down and focus. And then this is Brooks Books Oz Collection on 18 count off-white Aida. I restarted this last time I showed it to you, which was December 3rd, and today is December 17th. So I got some good progress, especially since I finished Element of Surprise and did all that stitching on Friends. I had just started the bricks because I was on some sort of strange linen that I wasn't digging, so I just pitched it, and actually it's still in there in case I ever want to frog it and use it, but that fabric just is not for me, so I can't imagine using it. Some changes I made, I went ahead and used the same flesh tone that Brooke charted for Dorothy's arms as her legs. Threw in some blue socks. It was some kind of blue that's used up above, I do believe. Or maybe I just picked a blue based on the movie. I think it's a blue that is from Dorothy's palette already. And I did red slippers instead of silver. And I did some Kreinik in there. A little bit hard to see because where my light source is, and then to get closer to the camera, it's shadowed. Come on. It's there. They're pretty sparkly. I'm happy with that. You know, we just don't know the books, although to go with this gift for my nephew, I did get him one of the books from Barnes & Noble. You know, they have like those cool ones that are embossed leather, and they have the metallic page sides. I think it said it was 5 stories in one. So I got him that. He'll probably like it for his bookshelf, but I don't know if he'll really want to read it. I don't know, we'll see. But that way we can get linked to the old school, the original Dorothy. But I know it's fine to just love the movie too, and we sure do. So I decided she needed to have her legs showing and her red ruby slippers. I don't think I'm going to do any other changes, and I don't think I'm going to put any Kreinik in the Tin Man because it really is not my friend. And, you know, I've already started him because I mentioned in my last video that I wasn't sure if they were going to fit, and I'm notorious for mismeasuring fabric. But this is okay. I know this is not the 3 inches you're supposed to have, but it's a lot for me. This is definitely a lot for me, and it's going to be ample for framing. And I just wanted to double check that before I got too far in. Because I also said on the last one I could cut them apart, but no, I couldn't cut them apart, not if I was already there. So I went ahead and did the bricks pretty much all the way across and just threw just the feet on there so I would know the spacing. Then after I realized like for sure it was going to fit, I started building the bodies up. So I really haven't worked on this that much. It's a pretty quick stitch. I did the same thing with the bricks that I did with the Friends umbrella, so that I would be able to have less focused time needing to be spent on the chart and stuff, and then be able to fill it in when I could. So this doesn't represent that many stitchy hours. It does represent a few episodes of Stranger Things on Netflix, but it does not represent that many hours. So I think before my mom leaves, I would also be able to give her this, because these characters are pretty small. They stitch up pretty fast, and they don't have like a ton of colors. I do know there's a lot of back stitching. So we'll see, but I have been stitching away. I've been pretty fast lately, because that Friends piece, all of that Oz, the rest of Ah, I also did some crocheting one day, and there's some time that I wasn't able to stitch a ton. So I'm getting a lot done. I think I might be able to finish those for my mom to take home right after Christmas. Oh yeah, this tree. Can't take my eyes off of it. It's pre-lit pencil tree, 6 feet tall, but it's so narrow, and I got it specifically for this spot. And I was just going to do cross stitch ornaments only on it, which this is a hot mess. I begged my mom to finish this, and she wouldn't do it. It has plenty of Ada to finish it, but I put a hook in it and took a picture of it yesterday and said, I hope you're happy. Look what I did. She didn't feel bad. Can you believe that? But it was on sale at Michael's because I was going to buy it earlier in the season, full price, and it was only like 70 bucks. But I was like, oh gosh, I just can't justify $70 for a tree we don't need, because we already have a Jessie tree as well, which is like a biblical warm up for Advent time. And you read a passage and it goes with the ornament, and you hang it up, and we sing O Come Emmanuel every night and light the Advent wreath. So we already have that, and we do our real tree, which all these trees were not supposed to be in this room, but I just moved all the furniture and we're treed out in this space. So it was on sale though, big time. So I was like, that's a really good deal. Let me just go ahead and grab it. And we will need it because we're running out of space for our ornaments. And yeah. So there's some haul. At the same time that I got the tree, I was looking for this pack of stuff for my elf outfits from Cross Stitch Crazy's Christmas. What month is this? I went through this last. Ooh, where is the date? There is no date. And I'll probably like show it, and your eye will like go straight to the date on the cover. Well, it is the Christmas edition, so it probably is December or November, maybe even November, of Cross Stitch Crazy that I went through. And you see right up here the elf clothes on a line, and I got the perforated paper last time, so I was just going to look for something like this, and I thought I'd have to piece it together and find the clips, which I know would be easy at the store, and the string, but It's actually like red, green, and white, so that's perfect. And these clips came with it. It was originally $4.99. It was 70% off, so it's like, my goodness, that's a good price. Oh my goodness, $8.49 in Canada. I feel like I just want to befriend all Canadians and send them stuff because shipping is not that much. Usually stuff is not like double the price. When I look at like Canada and US prices, it's like $2 more, but $9, come on. Anyway, this was 70% off, so I was like, ooh, that's perfect. So I got this for my Elfie clothes on a line. That'll be good for Christmas year-round, as though I need anything. I have a Christmas Haid that isn't started, so I'm pretty sure I don't need anything for Christmas year-round, but I have like 30 million ornament books, that book full of ornaments, and then I thought I could use my 60% off of one item at Joann's on this $20 magazine. I thought I got that one with a coupon similar to that, but apparently the coupon says not on magazines. I didn't know that. I didn't read it. I didn't think about it. I guess when the girl scanned it for that magazine, Cross Stitch Crazy, it just took it off of some other item that I had, and I didn't even check the receipt or question it. But with this was the only thing I bought. So the girl was like, well, you can't use it on that. Oh, I'm sorry, I bought a DMC floss that was already marked down like 50% because they're usually 40 cents and they were $4, so 25 cents. And then it took it off of that. I was like, wow, thanks for that. Like 60% off coupon giving me like 10 cents off. Not even 10 cents. So I was like, what? These are excluded? That means I bought Cross Stitch Crazy at full price, but this is even worse because it's $20. And I would not have done that. I probably should have been like, oh, okay, I changed my mind then, but I bought it anyway. It's a pretty good book. It has a lot of ornaments with it. It came with a lot of stuff to make for finishing and stuff. Ada and ornaments and cards and ribbon and everything. Which I don't know how much of this I'll end up using because I don't like the huge felt. I mean, they're nice. They're great. But I just don't know. We'll see once I stitch something that could go in there maybe. But this is cool. I like the hoodies. It reminded me of Kate, the Queen of Starts, Kate Lantry, because she does a lot of hoodies. Oh, also there's an advent countdown in here, but it's not as cute as Brooke's, and it's just different, but it only has 4 charts that you just repeat. But I could easily do the 4, and they're stocking shaped, so that's cute. And I don't have little stockings. So I could do those 4 and just make 4 more ornaments. There are a lot. It's kind of hard to not show the charts, which I don't know. I'm kind of on how sensitive. Like someone's going to zoom in and pause it and steal the chart. Come on. I don't know. These are cute. They kind of look, let me see who the designer is because they remind me of who? I bet they are designed by the person I'm thinking. On Etsy, oh, what's her name? Yes, hi, Doreen Jones, they are. So these are Doreen designed these, and the antlers are what made me say, oh, that looks like Doreen on that reindeer. Yes, these antlers. So cute. I like her stuff, and there's a ton of them, so those are always options. And there are some bigger pieces in here that I don't know if I would ever get to. But this is a good book. It definitely has a lot of charts. Definitely has a lot of charts, and it's the modern look that I really like. I've toyed with primitive. I really was thinking I wanted to do the Prairie Schooler alphabet, and I probably still do. But not as much. Like, I kind of don't like the way primitive looks. I like the modern look. But they are such cute charts, all those primitive charts. That's why I keep telling myself, oh, I do want them. See all this stuff, so many options. Some of them are a little big, but maybe do it on some tiny, tiny Lugana or something, and then, because I do kind of want like smaller ornament. I mean, not tiny, but not like 4 inches. Here's a bigger scene that like I probably would not get to, but I do like the look of it. Also, oh, fun fact in this magazine, what is it even called? Enjoy Cross Stitch at Christmas. They put the number of hours that it takes to stitch it. So like time to stitch this one, 80 hours. And I don't know, maybe 80 hours isn't really that much if you were stitching for 2.5 weeks. Let's see, 40 hours a week. That's a lot of stitching. To finish a piece, start to finish, like in a month, and is it really going to be 80 hours? It doesn't seem like that much, but just when you say 80 hours, I'm like, holy Toledo, that's a lot of time. My goodness. Okay, I got to the end of this. I did not show everything, but it did come with a lot of good stuff that I'll be able to put in my plans for next year and stitching Christmas year round. Okay, one other big naughty haul. I should not have probably done this, but one of my first things that I showed was my Lizzie Kate month stamps, and I've got them all in here and I switch them out. So we are missing December right now. It's in the frame in my stitchy spot. I really like collections. I said that when I got the Year of Quilts or 4 Seasons quilts with the Christmas quilt Leisure Arts book. And I have my seasonal chairs kit from Janlin, which I have an Adirondack on the beach right now, and I need to do the other ones because they're really good. They're kind of big. I would say they finish like maybe 8x8 and then, you know, bigger frames. So I really like that, and I'm thinking that that wall on my stitchy spot, like behind my stitchy spot, which does hold this frame that I switch these out of, I want to do that whole wall with like the different things that I switch out for the seasons. So I would have my monthly stamps, I have seasonal chairs, I have the quilts. I'm always attracted to those like cottages in the different seasons or the tree with the different seasons type charts. And Lizzie Kate got me good on AB 1, 2, 3 stitch. I got the blocks. I got the month blocks with charms. So that's cool because my stamps are with buttons. These finish pretty much the same size, like 47 by 47-ish. So they'll go perfectly up on the wall of seasons, I guess. The wall of change. So I got January. And I actually will go ahead and show you that I've started January just today because my iPad died. No, it was updating, so I could not work on friends because right now I have all of my friends' outlines filled in and I need to do some more counting. Baby's at the beach with daddy, so works out. But it was updating and wouldn't stop, so I decided I could start this. This is the blue square where the hat is, up in the corner. So these will be fun stitches, especially throughout the year. Like if I can kind of make it a goal to have it done so that I can frame it alongside this one and sort of get my idea for the wall going. That'll be fun and motivating, maybe for the quilts too. And the quilts and the chairs, the seasonal chairs Janlin kit and the quilts from Leisure Arts book are for whole season. So just, you know, I would have 3 months to work on one of those. And it might just be like a fun, you know, can I get it in time to put it on the wall correctly with the right season. The chairs, probably, that's a big kaput no, because I have not even ever started the winter chair. Like I'm only on the summer chair. I could put it away, I guess, and start the spring chair now, knowing that I would run out of time before the end of February for the winter chair. And do winter for next year. Yeah. Ooh, look at me planning. So, okay, January. This is really more the imagery that I was kind of imagining for the month stamps, because a few of the month stamps, I mean, I love them, but I was like, yeah, I like more playful, modern images, and like a Valentine. That's more what I like. These are cool. The good St. Pat's one, which there's a good St. Pat's for the months too. It's like a huge leprechaun, so that's good. It fits right in. Easter Bunny. This one was on back order. And I know, like 1, 2, 3 Stitch sent me the 11. I had them like not even a week, probably after I ordered them. And then the back ordered one was like 7 days later, if that. This kind of does look like Easter to me, so it's like a March, April, just because the carrot. But the watering can and the picket fence. I mean, you know, it's not like the carrot is by some painted egg, so May. It's good for June, summery. Love, love, love this one. Not sure why I love this, but I do. I love it. The lighthouse is good. My mom and I have been on lighthouse tours together, starting here on the west coast of Florida, going up the east coast, and then into Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. And then she went home and left again with my dad and did more of North Carolina and Virginia. So that's good. And Liberty, 4th of July thrown in there. That's good. And it doesn't have to be like big cheesy fireworks, which I would love throwing that out there, but it throws in there some 4th of July. That's good for August. They did sunflowers on the month stamps for August as well. What's up there in the corner? Oh, like a beach blanket and a drink. Oh, the little charm is sunglasses. Picnic. Okay. It's good. Love this one as an elementary school teacher on leave. I love that. ABC 1-2 heart. Love the scissors. Love the schoolhouse. I love how apparently it's variegated, but you know I'm using DMC, so it won't be. I guess I could buy, but these Weeks Dye Works, and she lists something else too. Sampler. Sampler and Weeks, DMC and Anchor. I'll just be using DMC. Pretty good. I mean, a black cat, that's obvious, and Boo. I mean, that's good. Pumpkins on there. Oh yeah, this one's perfect. The leaves and the pie, that works just fine for me. And the month stamp is like a big multicolor tail feather turkey wearing a pilgrim hat. So that's like nice and playful. And this one's like a little bit more serious. Very good. Ornaments, a tree, and that's outside. Ooh, yes. Gingerbread man, perfect. The December stamp, it has a mitten. And it does have a triangular green tree, but I'm looking for a little bit more Santa. This to me is like my December. I love these. I love Lizzie. Who doesn't? Everyone does. So I'll have those to go along with my month stamps. That was some haul. That was naughty. Because also these trick me because I'm like, oh, not even $6. Yeah, but there are 12 of them. So do some quick math. Okay, so let's see. Finished and FFO'd The Element of Surprise. I think I'm very close on Friends and Brooks Books Oz for the characters that I'm doing for my nephew. And I've got Minnie checking it twice, and I'm ready to start that with my Ada. So next time I check in, that will have been started, and I will have Christmas haul. I actually already have a piece. I wonder if I should share it. I think I will. I saw on Instagram, or maybe Stitchmania, probably Stitchmania, that someone was stitching America the Beautiful. It's an old chart, like from 1988. It was released in a book, and it says America across the top, and the bottom says Land That We Love. It's very big, and there's a rectangular icon space for every state, and then it ends with a space for you to sign it and date it. And I ordered that on Etsy from the actual designer, and I can't think of it right now, and I didn't bring my phone in here to check, but I will definitely link it. It's definitely not primitive, but it's not modern either. I mean, maybe it is modern, and I just don't know, you know, the definition in this case, but it's not like super bright, and it's not got that same look to me as like this Rudolph. Oh my gosh. Speaking of Rudolph, I should have done a red nose. How did I not do a red nose? This is the Leisure Arts book from Joann's. It's jar toppers. It's really just a folder, and it's for mason jar toppers, and it shows them having peppermints in them. I've shown it before. But I should have thrown in a red stitch for that nose. What am I thinking? Who is this? Some bully reindeer that won't let Rudolph play, and I'm stitching him? All right, so I will show a picture of America the Beautiful, and I'll definitely be starting that. I love states as well, like the seasonal stuff, but states are I love road tripping. I love any Americana stuff. So yeah, that'll have to be worked into the plans. So next time, Christmas haul, plans, Haid started, and I'm not gonna have to frog it. It's gonna like work this time because this will be like my third attempt starting a mega. Although I'm sure 9 pages doesn't count as a mega, but my video, my rules, that's a lot. That's a lot of full coverage stitching. So I want to start it. You guys all inspire me, and Pip Stitch with his Country Mouse, City Mouse, that teapot. I want to stitch something full coverage and awesome. So Lisa S Stitches shows mini checking it twice, and it's awesome. So motivation. Have a good winter break if you're here in the US or any other place where you're getting winter break. Enjoy summer, Australia. Love all those Aussie stitchers. And I will see you guys after Christmas. Bye.